On the night of August 15, 1977, a telescope in rural Ohio was listening to the sky. It wasn't looking for anything in particular. It was just listening, the way it had every night for years. 3 days later, an astronomer flipping through the printouts stopped. He grabbed a red pen. And next to one column of numbers, he wrote a single word: wow. For nearly 50 years, we've been trying to figure out what made him write it. This is the big year. For more than 2 decades, it ran one of the longest searches for alien life ever attempted, quietly scanning the heavens, night after night, for any sign that we weren't alone. Most nights, it heard nothing unusual. The hum of the universe. Background noise. But for 72 seconds that August night, something came through. Strong. Clean. Rising and falling exactly the way a signal from deep space should, as the Earth turned beneath it. The machine recorded it as 6 characters, 6, E, Q, U, J, 5. To the telescope, that just meant intensity. But to the man reading it days later, it meant something he couldn't ignore. His name was Jerry Emmon. And here's the strange part: he didn't hear it happen. No alarms went off. No one was watching. The most famous signal in the history of the search for alien life sat on a roll of paper for 3 days before anyone noticed it at all. What made it so exciting wasn't just the strength. It was where on the dial it landed. The signal came in right at the hydrogen line, a very specific frequency. And for years, scientists had argued that if an alien civilization ever wanted to send a message, this is exactly the frequency they'd choose. So you can understand the red pen. But excitement is not proof. And almost immediately, the questions began. Because if something out there sent that signal, then it should be able to send it again. So they looked. They pointed the telescope back at that same patch of sky, again and again, for years. Other observatories joined the search. Everyone wanted to catch it a second time. It never came back. Not once. Not a whisper. And that is what turned a strong signal into a lasting mystery. A single event, lasting just over a minute, that can never be repeated, never be tested, never be confirmed. They ruled out the obvious answers. It wasn't a satellite. It wasn't interference from Earth. It wasn't the sun. Whatever it was, it left almost no trace except 6 characters on a page and 1 word in red ink. For decades, that's where the story stopped. A question with no answer. Then, in 2025, a team decided to look again, not at the sky, but at the past. Researchers from the Arecibo WOW project went back to the original records from the 1970s. More than 75,000 pages of data, much of it never properly analyzed. They fed it through modern computers and ran the first deep computational study of the signal ever attempted. And the signal they found was even stranger than the one from the history books. It was about 4 times stronger than anyone had realized. They pinned down its location more precisely than ever before. And they arrived at a theory: not aliens, but something almost as remarkable. Picture a cloud of cold hydrogen gas drifting in space. Now picture a powerful burst of radiation from a distant object, perhaps a flaring neutron star, sweeping across it from behind. For a few minutes, that radiation could light up the cloud, making it glow intensely at exactly the hydrogen frequency. A natural beacon, switched on for moments, then gone. It fits. It explains the strength. It explains the frequency. It even explains why the signal never returned, because an alignment like that may never happen the same way twice. But here's the honest truth. It's still a theory. The researchers themselves are careful to say they haven't solved it, only that we now have the clearest picture yet of what it was and where it came from. The signal has still never been seen again. And until something like it is caught in the act, the case stays open. What's changed is that we're no longer just waiting and hoping. A new generation of telescopes, paired with machine learning, is built to catch these fleeting signals the moment they arrive, not 3 days later on a printout. Which means somewhere out there, the next one may already be on its way. And this time, we'll be watching.